From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We saw for yesterday, it was quite literally the hottest September day on record, at least in Ellensburg. We tied the previous record that was set back in 2024. We cut it close for some other locations, but for today, we could run it back. In Ellensburg, we could tie that record again. In Yakima, we could possibly tie the record. I think for the rest of us, we'll probably fall a little bit short. So the bottom line for the forecast, the pattern turning much more active. Now, still pretty hot and hazy for today and tomorrow, but lightning fire is going to be possible once again in the Cascades for Friday and Saturday, and we'll see a big cool down with shower and thunderstorm chances going up beyond Saturday. So first alert weather day for Friday and Saturday with that potential for more lightning fires up in the Cascades. Now let's talk about air quality, as we do have air quality advisories out there. Air quality unhealthy for sensitive groups right now in the Kittitas Valley. Of course, it's much worse than that the closer you are to the fires. Temperatures out there for this morning very quickly. It looks like we have 50s, 60s, and 70s, so feeling pretty comfortable out there. But throughout the day, it's going to be hot, it's going to be hazy, it's going to be sunny once again. And we'll touch on the fires that are producing all this haze and smoke coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, crews still battling multiple wildfires across the region with air support, bulldozers, and firefighters on the ground working around the clock. Coming up, we'll have the latest on their efforts and some escalated evacuation orders in place this morning.
Plus, a Walla Walla man accused of shooting a Washington State Patrol trooper back in 2022 is in court this week and pleading guilty. We have all the details.
And new developments in the search for Travis Decker. Last week's bones were sent for testing. Now this morning, the results are in. We have a full breakdown coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Thursday, September 4th. And once again, we do start this morning with a fire watch. We are continuing to monitor the burning blaze out of Yakima County. It's the Wildcat Fire. It's been burning now for more than a week, intensifying yesterday with hot and dry conditions.
Now, fire crews are working around the clock, putting up structure protection near Bumping Lake and Goose Prairie, while dozers are reopening old fire lines and scouting new ones as well. Air support is also on standby.
Now, with evacuations escalating, weather conditions playing a major role in how this fire behaves, we want to check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He has the very latest on conditions and the efforts in containment for this fire as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very nuanced setup over the next few days. Hot and dry weather for today and tomorrow. That is bad. Lightning in the forecast as well. That could promote additional fire starts up in the Cascades. But after that, wetter and cooler. So it looks like the long-term outlook is looking pretty okay. But for now, the Wildcat Fire, now 2,700 acres, still 0% contained. Hot spots all over the map with this one. So this is still very much a very active situation. That's why we now have level 2 beset evacuations in place for Goose Prairie and for Bumping Road. Coming up a little bit later in the show, we'll tell you what to put in that go bag. Now let's talk about the other significant fire in the region. This would be the Labor Mountain Fire that's burning in northern Kittitas County, pretty close to the Chelan County line. This one much smaller as opposed to the Wildcat Fire, but 300 acres. We don't have any word on containment and hot spots all over the map. And then one more update to pass along. This is a very good update. The Caitlin Fire that was burning on the other end of Kittitas County, now 100% contained. And again, hopefully we get better progress with all these fires with cooler and wetter weather on the way, which I'll talk about coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We go now to a follow-up on a case that left a community stunned. This is after a Washington State Patrol trooper was shot back in 2022.
Brandon O'Neill, the man accused of shooting Trooper Dean Atkinson Jr., has pleaded guilty to attempted first-degree murder. 40-year-old O'Neill entered that plea on Tuesday, just 6 days before his trial was set to start in Walla Walla County Superior Court. He also pleaded guilty to attempting to elude police, while his other charges are expected to be dismissed at sentencing.
Court records show that O'Neill had been evicted from his Walla Walla apartment earlier that same day and left behind a note threatening to execute any cop or manager who tried to evict him. Later that evening, he allegedly shot Trooper Atkinson in the hand and face while the trooper was sitting in his patrol car on West Poplar Street.
Well, despite his injuries, Atkinson was able to drive himself to Providence St. Mary Medical Center and was able to walk into the emergency room. He has since returned to duty with the Washington State Patrol. A
sentencing date for O'Neill has not been scheduled yet.
Continuing our follow-up in Kennewick, where a man who worked for the Kennewick School District as a security guard was arrested for allegedly kidnapping a 14-year-old student. This happened back in June of 2024. He has now pleaded guilty, but will not serve any prison time. According to court documents, on August 27th, Angelico Calder pleaded guilty to charges of family abandonment, unlawful harboring of a minor, and making a false statement to a public servant. The charge of family abandonment was amended from a charge of second-degree kidnapping. Court documents show that Calder entered a special type of guilty plea, allowing him to take advantage of a plea deal without actually admitting guilt for the more serious charge of kidnapping. A sentence of nearly a year in prison was suspended on several conditions, including, in part, submitting to a mental health evaluation, complying with a no contact order, and not working with children. Calder had said that he took the teen to Oregon so they could get on a train and go to California before being arrested on July 3rd of 2024.
Now to a crime alert out of Pasco, where police say a 42-year-old man was killed in a hit and run last Friday night. Officers say Lorenzo Iohua Ramos was struck while crossing West Clark Street around 9 o'clock. Witnesses called for help, but Iohua Ramos died at the scene. After a days-long investigation, police located the suspected driver and the car. On Tuesday, officers arrested Daniel Gonzalez Salas, booking him into the Franklin County Jail for vehicular homicide. Anybody with more information is to call Pasco Police as the investigation continues.
5:06 now, and in continuing coverage on the search for Travis Decker, authorities have now confirmed that the bones found during a recent FBI search at the Rock Island Campground in Leavenworth were not human bones. Investigators revisited the site last week while looking for clues in the deaths of 3 young girls, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker, whose bodies were discovered there in June. The bones were sent for testing, and Central Washington University has now verified that those bones belong to animals, not humans. The search for Travis Decker, who is suspected of killing his 3 daughters, continues still this morning, though authorities still don't know if he is dead or alive.
And looking ahead today, this evening, YWCA Walla Walla will host a special event ahead of Domestic Violence Action Month.
Yeah, the program, Our Stories, Our Strength, is designed to lift up survivors' voices and bring the community together for support and healing. The one-hour event welcomes survivors, whether or not they've used the YWCA services. They want them to come share in conversation, reflection, and storytelling.
Light refreshments will be served, and participants can come and go freely. Organizers say the goal is to celebrate resilience, build community understanding, and create space for honest discussions about healthy and unhealthy relationships.
It's empowering for the person listening, because every time we share our story, all of our stories are a little bit different. So I might say one small detail, like I was crying in the Fred Meyer parking lot, and there's probably a woman out there who was crying in the Fred Meyer parking lot or some other grocery store, either one. And they'll just really lean into that, and they'll be like, she really gets me, she really understands.
The event starts at 6 tonight at the YWCA in Walla Walla. It is free and open to the public.
And staff and advocates will be available to provide support, with more survivor-centered programs planned throughout September, leading into DV Action Month in October. All right, coming up, we've been following the Mike Gonzalez investigation in Sunnyside, and we'll take an in-depth look at what's behind the delays, the controversy, and also what Gonzalez himself has to say about getting back to work.
And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. It is 9 minutes after 5, and when we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your first alert forecast.
60% of women experience side leaks with bladder protection underwear. Try Always Discreet. Its rapid dry core absorbs up to 25% faster than Depend and fits up to 95% of body shapes. Try Always Discreet, designed to protect.
With bugs, the struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo traps. Zevo works 24/7 to lure, catch, and kill 99.9% of bugs trapped for effortless protection. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care, Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free benefits fair and lunch at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, September 19th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
Stay busy this summer with the City of Pasco. Enjoy open swim at Memorial Aquatic Park from 1 to 5:45 p.m. every day, with lap swim weekdays at noon, or sign up for swim lessons throughout the summer. Join the all-ages Beat the Heat Run Walk Club on Wednesday mornings to earn entries for an end-of-summer prize drawing. Check out free, family-friendly movies and music at Pasco Parks, plus many more activities and events, all listed online at pascoparksandrec.com.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
GMA This Morning. Randy Moss, NFL legend. He's tackled the hardest challenge of his life, beating cancer.
Rob, and I'm blessed, and I'm very thankful.
With his wife Lydia giving him strength.
I knew that we can get through it.
This morning on GMA.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have several air quality advisories that have been posted from a couple different agencies out there, but this runs until 11 p.m. on Friday. We're thinking after that the air quality situation should improve. And the heat, yeah, it's still out there. Extreme heat warnings in place and heat advisories in place for the bulk of our region. This runs until 8 p.m. for this evening. Okay, so for today, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hazy. Little thunderstorm chances up in the mountains. Air quality for today, mostly unhealthy for sensitive groups in northwestern Yakima County, kind of cutting across Kittitas County as well, up towards Blewett Pass because of the Labor Mountain fire and also because of the Wildcat fire. Highs for today, around 100 in lower elevations. If we're really splitting hairs, maybe a degree or 2 cooler in comparison to yesterday, but still about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Then for tonight, more hazy skies out there, and overnight low is going to be down into the 50s and 60s across the map. Now the air quality situation, like I mentioned, it's going to improve after Friday. Now for Friday, still looking unhealthy for sensitive groups in those same locations, but into Saturday, looks like most of that is lifting off towards our north, and then for Sunday, much better overall. So that's something we have to look forward to, but unfortunately that does come with a price to pay, excuse me, as there will be these little thunderstorm chances up in the Cascades over vegetation that is significantly dry, so we could have additional fire starts. I'll talk to you about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. 5:13, and this morning we're taking an in-depth look at Sunnyside, where City Manager Mike Gonzalez is speaking out for the first time, urging the council to reinstate him and end his 90-day non-disciplinary paid leave.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia has been covering the story from the very beginning, and she says Gonzalez has some council members on his side. However, there's still no resolution.
The investigation into Gonzalez has taken a toll on many people in the city of Sunnyside, including Mayor Dean Barosma, who says he's ready to see a decision made.
Hope to be able to take action on that soon. I know we've extended the manager's leave for another 2 weeks, and we extended the interim manager's contract till the end of September. By that time, it is my deep desire to have this investigation over and have council have made a decision on that one, but I can't predict a given day.
This has not been an easy process. It has not been a fun process. I do not believe it's a legal process. I don't believe that Mr. Gonzalez should have ever been put on non-disciplinary leave.
I was never in agreement with this investigation or putting Mike Gonzalez on a paid undisciplinary administrative leave.
But this has been a witch hunt. This whole process has just been a witch hunt in my mind.
Gonzalez says he's had enough and wants to get back to work for a community that he loves.
I know I have done nothing wrong. I know my only motive has been to lift up this city. If that is cause for punishment, then let history record it. But I will not apologize for working hard, for caring about this city, and for fighting for the people that make it special. The only thing I want is to help the people of Sunnyside and continue my work.
Although Mayor Borosma says the decision on the investigation has been extended up to September 9th, the interim city manager's contract has been extended to September 30th. The reason behind that gap?
Well, if something happens and on September 9 we're able to make a council decision, then we have to know what we're going to do with our interim city manager. If council decides to terminate Mr. Gonzalez's contract, then we're going to have to find a long-term interim, and that may be Mr. Bridges, it may not be, that's another council decision. If council decides to give Mr. Gonzalez his position and allow him to continue, then we do have the provision in there ending the interim manager's contract at that time.
Councilwoman Julia Hart says the investigation isn't something the city had in its budget, a budget that was already on a tight belt.
It's cost the city money to have 2 city managers, one on administrative leave, one sitting in the office, and also the cost of the independent investigation. All of that money is stuff that council members have said we shouldn't be spending all of this money because we have a very weak budget. Well, where is this money coming from? We didn't budget for an extra city manager. We didn't budget for an extra independent investigation. So every dollar that he has been able to save, every dollar that he's gone out into the community to recruit for the opening of the swimming pool when the council decided they were going to have to close it because there wasn't any money. Mr. Gonzalez says, no way, we're going to find a way to get this open. And now, because of that kind of behavior, he has to lose his job. I don't think that's the right play.
One thing in question, the release of the investigation report. Some members of the council want it out. Others say in the hands of the public, it could be dangerous. Gonzalez calls for transparency.
That if I am fired, it will not be because of wrongdoing, but because of politics. That's why I'm asking to release that report, let the people see it, let the truth stand on its own.
I asked Mayor Borosma what flipped the switch from what appeared to be a positive performance evaluation to suddenly being placed on leave.
You know, I'd prefer not to answer that question right now. It doesn't mean I will never answer it, and I may answer it next week.
Gonzalez says he's been left confused with that quick turnaround as well. The mayor also adds that the council has been assured that the Gonzalez investigation shouldn't surpass the September 9th deadline. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. And Mayor Borosma says he will be disappointed and won't stay silent if the investigation goes past September 9th.
As always, our crews will work around the clock to get you the very latest information on this as it continues to become available.
And keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking for the rest of this week and the weekend. It's all coming up in his first Alert Weather forecast right after the break.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
At Choice Hotels like this Comfort Hotel, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation, like starting game day with a free hot breakfast. I got waffles, how about you? Go Waffles! Woo! Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Confidence isn't given, it's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Got a family reunion in the works? Make it unforgettable at Beaver Valley Lodge.
With cozy rooms, beautiful mountain views, and plenty of space to gather, it's the perfect place to reconnect and make new memories. Book direct with us and get 10% off. That means more savings for barbecues, bonfires, and all those late-night laughs. So skip the middleman and book direct today, because great reunions start with the perfect place to stay, Beaver Valley Lodge. Come as a guest and leave as a friend.
If you've never been to the Walla Walla Valley Quilt Festival, this is your year. You're invited to the 24th Annual Quilt Festival. This year, the theme is improv. There will be 2 big days, September 12th and 13th, starting at 10 a.m. at the fairgrounds. Check out amazing quilts, hourly demos, a variety of vendors, and a whole lot more. Enjoy both big days for just $10. Come meet nationally featured quilter and pattern designer Jenny Jo Lamb and Alexandra Imrie, both from Lamb Farm Designs. So mark those calendars for this year's Walla Walla Valley Quilt Festival.
At Bravo RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
Did a trooper get special treatment after a deadly crash? Apple Valley News Now investigates tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Friday and Saturday going to be First Alert weather days, as we could see even more lightning fires up in the Cascades with abundant lightning in the forecast over vegetation that is significantly dry. So before we get to Friday and Saturday, first let's talk about today. Could have some showers and thunderstorms up in the Cascades and in the Blues. We put this into motion with Futurecast. We'll really have that chance all throughout the day, especially in the Cascades. Now, if we saw any rain over any of these fire perimeters, that would certainly be a good thing, but the bad thing would be lightning, and unfortunately we'll have a lot more of that in the forecast for Friday and Saturday. So for Friday, vegetation dryness is going to be significant in the Cascades in the upper Yakima Basin. That's kind of been the omen all summer that it was going to be a bad fire season, at least in that little sector of our viewing area. But for Friday, in terms of shower and thunderstorm chances, we put this into motion with Futurecast once again. Looks mostly dry in the morning, but into the afternoon could get some showers and perhaps some thunderstorms once again in that area. So that would spell trouble, just given, like you just saw, how dry the vegetation is. Then for Saturday, vegetation dryness still going to be significant in that same section of our viewing area. And at this point, shower and thunderstorm chances becoming a little bit more widespread. In fact, they'll be likely for portions of the Cascades, definitely a lot less likely in the lower Columbia Basin. But the valleys, the foothills could also see some thunderstorms, and we'll see the same thing as we head into Sunday as well. Now for Saturday and Sunday, again, the downside will be the lightning, but the upside could be the rainfall that we could see from this storm system. Not much for lower elevations, but perhaps upwards of a ½ inch of rain in the Cascades. Definitely not as much in the Blues, but any little rainfall we can get around this time of the year will help us out when it comes to fire season. And as we head into next week, shower and thunderstorm chances not just staying around the same level, but actually going up. So the lightning is bad, but the rainfall is good, and this is the best. Temperatures going way down, feeling very fall-like by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. About 5-ish degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. And just a little reminder that we do have that level 2 evacuation that is still in place for the Wildcat fire in Yakima County. We'll have a lot more to say about that coming up a little bit later in the show as it pertains to what you should put in the go back. So here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We will be around 100 today, a smidge cooler for tomorrow, and then much cooler for Saturday and beyond with shower chances going up. In Yakima, it's going to be the same cycle, ridge of high pressure Thursday and Friday. Then that low moves in and makes our weather a whole lot more active. In Ellensburg, several chances for lightning over the next 7 days, not for today or tomorrow. In Hermiston, seeing the exact same cycle, summer to begin, fall to end, and then for Walla Walla, it's the same day.
And when it comes to some of these, rain chances and kind of stormy setups, Are we talking just kind of throughout the day, certain times of day? Are we going to see this more morning, afternoon? What's it kind of looking like?
Typically around this time of the year, it's around the peak of daytime heating, 4, 5, 6 p.m. That'll be our best chances to see showers and thunderstorms. But it's so frustrating to show Futurecast sometimes because it just kind of keeps coming, everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Josh. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From horror to rom-com to anime, September is filled with new movies hitting the theaters. And we've got a sneak peek that you won't want to miss. It's all coming up after the break in your entertainment headlines. It's 5:25.
Enjoy summer's final moments. Let us take care of that flooring project you never got to. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, September 18th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Every child facing a critical illness deserves a moment of hope. That's where you come in. At McCurley Dealerships, we're proud to support Wheels Make Wishes Come True, a campaign that's raised over $1.1 million to help grant life-changing wishes for kids right here in our community. When you choose McCurley, you're helping dreams come true. Visit McCurley Dealerships through September 12th. Join us at Corvettes on the Columbia or learn more at wish.org/AKWA. McCurley Dealerships, your way home.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Enjoy summer's final moments. Let us take care of that flooring project you never got to. At Floor & Home, you dream, we install. This month, pay no sales tax at your local Richland or Walla Walla Floor & Home.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, we're taking a look at what movies are hitting the box office this month.
And it all starts in theaters this week with The Conjuring: Last Rites. Sounds scary.
Yes, and that's just the start. This month brings everything from anime to costume dramas and even a little bit of rock and roll. Rick Damigella has the full rundown. Take a look.
8 people live in this house. 8 people have experienced this.
September starts off scary in cinemas with the arrival of The Conjuring: Last Rites on September 5th. It's joined by 2 very different rom-coms, Splitsville and The Threesome.
We're still short a drummer.
What happened to him?
He sneezed himself into oblivion.
There's something for almost everyone's taste as a quartet of new movies take the stage on September 12th. Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues gets the band back together. Downton Abbey: The Grand Finale brings the costume drama to a close. The Long Walk adapts Stephen King's novel, and anime fans are bracing for Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie, Infinity Castle.
Are you here by yourself?
I am.
September 19th sees the release of Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell in a big, bold, beautiful journey alongside alien invasion adventure Xeno.
Who are they? Why are they doing this?
And September ends with horror sequel The Strangers Chapter 2 and the more lighthearted fare of June Squibb in Eleanor the Great, directed by Scarlett Johansson. Selecting reserved seats in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Headed into spooky season.
I love spooky season.
I
love
you
scary
do.
movies. Oh, I'm excited.
Nope.
Haunted houses, no?
No.
Oh.
Why? Why would
I can't call you and pick you up if I'm going to a haunted house? Not at all? What?
No.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah, no. I don't need it.
Okay.
No. When, I mean, I've gone. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gone. And
not your temperature.
Like for example, a couple years ago, like Jackson wanted to go into one. I'm like, okay, fine. But then he's like, this is scary. And just the whole time that we're going through, I'm just telling him, like, it's all fake. Nothing in here is real. It's all fake.
While you're screaming, yeah.
As I'm screaming, turning the corner, yeah. So, no. Why would I put myself in a position just to be terrified?
For funsies.
Nope.
Okay. Anyways.
Oh, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Flames breaking out in a Kennewick neighborhood. You have video right there on your screen. RV goes up in smoke. We'll take you there and let you know what happened and how crews stopped it from spreading.
Plus, a powerful piece of history is coming to Ellensburg, the Wall That Heals, bringing the Vietnam Vets Memorial to town, giving visitors a chance to honor and learn some more. And after the break, we'll show you how the community came together to build it. But first, we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Netflix is allowing users to make and share clips. The new feature lets you set and start an end point in a show or movie and then hit the clip button under the playback bar. Now, once you create your highlight, you can watch it again later or share it to social media. Roblox is teaming up with the ESRB to add an age rating system aimed at showing kids and parents if an in-game experience is appropriate. Players using Roblox communication features will also soon be required to have their age estimated by the platform. And finally, after about 15 years of users asking for it, Instagram has launched an app built specifically for Apple iPads. A possible sign of the times, the app opens directly to Reels, Instagram's TikTok competitor. According to Meta, the new look is also coming soon to Android tablets. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a fantastic day.
At Wayfair, ordering in delivers all the style.
What are we craving? Something Italian?
Oh, you read my mind. Italian will pair great with this bold red.
What are you in the mood for tonight?
I'm thinking something light.
Couldn't agree more.
Oh.
It's here. Oh, that was fast.
And delivery was free.
Wayfair, every style, every home. Herbal Essences is a force of nature, made with supercharged botanical blends. Our sulfate-free formulas deeply penetrate to boost hair health without the Salon Naturals price tag. Herbal Essences.
You've got a big day, and you need to smell fresh. That's why the all-new Unstoppables gives your clothes a 24-hour non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Unstoppables Fresh. Smell unstoppable.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
3-degree guarantee.
Yes.
It's hot. It's been hot.
Yeah.
Hotter than a billy goat and a pepper patch, all right?
Exactly.
I need to come up with some
We
more.
say billy goat and a blowtorch, or billy goat with a blowtorch.
In a pickled pepper patch.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right.
There are a lot of billy goats out there.
Are there?
I don't know.
This bit has gone
My
on
mind.
long enough. It's for a 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Went with forecast high 101 yesterday. It was a nail biter, but it counts. Verified at 98, so the jackpot went up to $125. And for today, going with the forecast high of 99, so if it verifies between 96 to 102, the jackpot's going to hit $150. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, bottom line for the forecast is going to be hot and hazy once again for today and tomorrow. Lightning fire is going to be possible in the Cascades for tomorrow and Saturday, and then feeling much more fall-like, a much more fall-like pattern for Saturday through Wednesday. First alert weather day for Friday and Saturday because of that lightning potential in the Cascades. I'll have a lot more to say about that a little bit later in the show. This morning, air quality is unhealthy for sensitive groups in the Kittitas Valley. It's much worse the closer you get to the Labor Mountain fire and the closer you get to the Wildcat fire. So something to keep in mind, especially if you're in one of those sensitive groups. Try to keep it indoors. Right now, temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s across the map. Feeling pretty good out there. Your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities going to be around 80 as soon as 10 this morning, close to 90 at lunchtime, and then high is going to end up around 100 degrees once again for lower elevations, about 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. Take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, and also I'll show you how to prep in terms of wildfire safety, especially up in the Cascades. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. And we start this half hour of news with a fire watch out of Kennewick, where crews rushed to an RV that caught on fire yesterday.
The fire was first reported a little after 3 in the afternoon. And you see it right there. KFD responded to 19th and Moraine, and on one side of the street is Sun Meadows Mobile Home Park, and on the other side is a fourplex.
One woman and her dogs were able to make it out before those flames started shooting into the air. As you can see from the video, the RV is a total loss. Luckily, no one, including those animals, no one was injured.
She pulled up, she was there a couple minutes, and then it went out. It started smoking, and then it went into flames. Too close for comfort.
It was really critical we got there and got the fire knocked down just so that it didn't extend into other structures or injure any of the citizens. The trees definitely were adding fuel to the fire, but again, we got a quick knock on it.
Parts of 19th were shut down while fire crews contained the fire, and at this time, there's no word on what the cause was.
So if you do know anything or saw anything, you are asked to call police or the fire department.
Now to Oregon, where the city of Hermiston says jobs are growing. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with city officials about the new report that shows just how steady the job growth has been.
In a recent report released by the city of Hermiston, job growth has continued to climb in both Umatilla County and Mora County. Right now, there are more than 30,000 jobs in the region, a big jump from the roughly 28,000 jobs that stayed stagnant from 2008 to 2018. Hermiston Assistant City Manager Mark Morgan says sharing this kind of data is important to prepare for the future.
What we're really trying to maximize is private investment to add more jobs into the community, trying to attract more private investment into building housing, all those types of things that come along with this.
Morgan says some industries in Hermiston have shown steady growth over the years.
Transportation and logistics is always going to be a strong base for us. So we have things like the Walmart distribution center here, Meyer Distributing opened a new distribution center here in about 2021. FedEx Freight, UPS Freight.
According to the assistant city manager, one of the big areas of growth for Hermiston has been the information sector, with that being the construction of new data centers, with one construction happening just right behind me.
According to Morgan, those data centers have played a major role in Hermiston's economic growth, helping bring nearly 900 jobs to the area.
Oftentimes we get people tell us that data centers don't employ hardly anybody. And that's just really not true. When we look at the data, when we see the actual job numbers, the permanent ongoing jobs that get classified in that information sector, we've seen significantly strong growth in the past several years.
Morgan says data centers are not only attractive for Hermiston, but are becoming the new normal nationwide. He says the impact goes beyond just the jobs on site.
They're importing wages from out of the region. So when these data centers, they're based out of Seattle or wherever they are, the wages are coming in from out of the region to employ people here locally.
City leaders say data centers are shaping the future of Hermiston's local economy and its information sector. In Hermiston, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, William. And according to the city of Hermiston, job growth numbers are expected to hold steady for the rest of this year. And making a difference this morning, Ellensburg is getting a portable piece of history today in honor of the region's Vietnam veterans.
Yeah, the Wall That Heals is a portable replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. Take a look. The wall includes an education center to help younger visitors learn about how the war impacted Americans.
Dozens of volunteers helped assemble the 375-foot wall, which will have plenty to offer until it closes on Sunday.
Our opening ceremony will be 9 o'clock Thursday morning here at Rotary Park. It's open 24 hours a day until 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 7th. We'll be having a closing ceremony at 1:45 on Sunday, and Friday evening at 8 o'clock we'll be having an Agent Orange candlelight ceremony.
That park is located at 1200 West 5th Avenue in Ellensburg. Again, it'll be there through Sunday.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, high school football is back tonight as Chiawana and Sageview face off in a matchup that's full of familiarity and excitement. So who will start the season strong? Well, we've got the details coming up in your sports news after the break.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. It's Dancing with the Stars. Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are thumping. A place to stay. Get your booty on the foot make my day. Pump up the jam.
Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji. Moisturize with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Can you get my bag?
Make that 2 on me. Can I land this baddie? Not if Stress Sweat BM gets in the way. Luckily, I've got Secret Clinical. Secret gives me 3 times more Stress Sweat protection, so he can't smell the fear, just the pheromones. Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
With Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
What makes NUU unique? The amazing customer service that we offer to our patients. They know that they're heard, that they're listened to, and we genuinely care about their well-being.
From the second I walked in that office, I felt seen, I felt heard, I didn't feel judged. It just was like, we're a team and we're gonna figure this out.
I had a rare form of breast cancer. Dr. Fedino has just been fantastic. She was really just on my side and helping me, and I'm so relieved and blessed that I went there.
I'm nowhere near diabetic, and I feel amazing. And I lost 55 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off.
She had saved my life if she hadn't taken just that moment to ask me one extra question. I absolutely would have had an ugly cancer 6 months later.
Check out our new location in Kennewick or come see us in Yakima. Go to NUUWomen'sClinic.com to explore the countless ways that wellness meets beauty.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network, and with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
GMA This Morning, Randy Moss, NFL legend. He's tackled the hardest challenge of his life, beating cancer.
Robin, I'm blessed, and I'm very thankful.
With his wife Lydia giving him strength.
I knew that we can get through it.
This morning on GMA.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We still have that level 2 evacuation in place for the Wildcat Fire in Yakima County, for Goose Prairie, and for Bumping Road. That means you have to have the go bag packed. You have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. So let's go ahead and show you what should go in that go bag. Non-perishable food, 3 gallons of water, a map with at least 2 evacuation routes, necessary medication, a change of clothes, extra eyeglasses or contact lenses, an extra set of car keys, credit cards, cash or traveler's checks, first aid kit and sanitation supplies, flashlight with extra batteries, a battery-powered radio with extra batteries, very important, copies of important documents, pet food, and water, just to name a few items. So that is what, of course, you need to keep in mind. You need to have packed and ready to go in northwestern Yakima County. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of today with that zone-by-zone forecast. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hazy, around 100 in the Ellensburg area. The same thing in the Yakima Valley. Thankfully, we'll have mostly light winds today, at least around the fire perimeters, so that's going to be one assist. But will be a little bit breezy in the lower Columbia Basin. These highs could be around 100. In the foothills, will be in the mid-90s for the Morrow County foothills, a little bit closer to 100 for the rest of the foothills, and 80s and 90s for the highest terrain of the Blues, and a little bit breezy out this way. Now, there's good news and there's bad news in the forecast. The bad news is that there's lightning over critically to significantly dry vegetation. The good news is that we're trending wetter and cooler, much more fall-like. So all that's going to come up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. Talking football this morning. Preparing for a high school game is a challenge, especially when the team you're playing against has never played a game before.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable spoke to Chiawana's head coach about how you prepare for a team that's playing in its first game ever.
Chiawana and Sageview will kick things off Thursday night to bring high school football back this year, and head coach Scott Bond of Chiawana is very ready for the moment.
It's our league is tough. A new school, don't have seniors, so they got some things against them, but they're going to be well coached. We know that. We know half those kids played for us last year, and so we know what kind of players there are. And so again, just like anything, it's a varsity football game. We're going to go and we got to play, be ready to play. You don't have any tape. That's exactly right. But again, knowledge of they know us, we know them. I mean, Coach Hogue has been, we were together for, most of these guys, we were all together for about 28 years. So, I mean, there's a lot of familiarity in that. And so we'll see what happens.
The familiarity between the two teams is certainly a unique one, with so many of the Sageview players being former Chiawana players. It's going to be a very interesting battle, to say the least.
I love high school football. It makes me so excited.
I haven't seen a high school football game since high school. But
you're missing out.
Well, this is exciting because it's a brand new school, so.
Yeah, well, like they're talking about too, you know, there are so many familiarities because those kids have all played together for so many years in the past. I know.
Reunion.
Yeah, nice little reunion on the turf. All right, it all comes, of course, just 1 week after the new Sageview High School held classes for the very first time.
And again, they'll play their first football game against the reigning conference champions, and that's tonight at 7 p.m.
NFL kicks off tonight too.
Ooh, you must be very excited.
I love football.
Are you in fantasy football this year?
I'm in 2 leagues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
We'll see how you do.
Yeah. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. You have your morning sprint. Everything you need to know as you head out the door. And giving you a live look outside from Legends Casino and Hotel Sky Camera at Richlands Columbia Point. Sunrise is set for 6:21 this morning, so it's a little dark out. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back with your full first alert forecast.
It's time to change the way you think about pads. Meet Always Pocket Flex Foam. Full-size protection in a tiny pack. It's made with foam, not fluff, for up to 0 feel and up to 0 leaks. And it absorbs more. Ready to go where you go. Always Pocket Flex Foam.
My kids can't hide anything from me. I'm home. Especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up.
Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond weave texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Escape the noise. Step inside Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel, where serenity meets luxury. Indulge in rejuvenating treatments, expert care, and the peaceful reset you've been craving. From soothing body rituals and revitalizing facials to wellness pods and more, Sage Spa is your moment to truly unwind. Treat yourself to the experience you deserve. Book your escape today at Sage Spa, exclusively at Legends Casino Hotel.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
At Choice Hotels like this Quality Inn, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation and get more of that family time. Can I see that? Maximized. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Macy's Labor Day sale is the best time to find a new mattress because it's our lowest prices of the season, up to 60% off. Plus, get a free adjustable base or box spring and a Macy's gift card up to $300. It's going on now, only at Macy's.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Tomorrow and Saturday, both going to be First Alert weather days, as we'll have that potential for lightning fires up in the Cascades, abundant lightning in the forecast, and significantly dry vegetation as well. Now, we will have some showers and perhaps some thunderstorms in the forecast for today as well. Looks like that's mostly going to be in the Cascades and some portions of the Blues throughout the day. And for tonight, looking a little bit drier, although some showers could linger in the southern Blues. Now for tomorrow, the setup is a little bit different. First of all, vegetation going to be significantly dry for tomorrow. Then we'll show you the thunderstorm potential with Futurecast once again. So starting off the day looking mostly dry, but watch what happens as we head into the afternoon, specifically around 3, 4 o'clock. Could see another cell pop up in the same area as the Wildcat fire. So if this does put down lightning, we could see, unfortunately, more lightning fire sparking up. Then as we head into the evening, looks like we could see a few more showers getting down into the Blues. Then for Saturday, the setup going to be the same, at least in terms of vegetation dryness, still significantly dry in the Cascades and the upper Yakima Basin, but this time shower and thunderstorm chances becoming much more widespread, especially into the valleys. And for the foothills, looks like the basin is going to be a little bit drier, and the chances really going to stay the same as we head into Sunday as well. We might have to extend the First Alert weather day into Sunday. That's going to be a close call, so stay tuned for that. But here's the good news. We will pick up some tangible rainfall amounts for Saturday and Sunday, not for lower elevations, but up in the mountains could get upwards of a ½ an inch of rainfall, at least in the Cascades. Only around a 1/10 of an inch in the Blues. That doesn't sound like much, but every little bit helps around this time of the year, especially as we're trying to put fire season to bed. And this is going to help. Now, it's a catch-22 every single day because there will be lightning chances, but there will be chances for rainfall and high temperatures going way down, feeling very fall-like by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. About 5 degrees cooler than normal, about 20 degrees cooler in comparison to today. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Highs in the mid to upper 90s today and tomorrow, and then cooling off, and the rain chances going up after that. In Yakima, it's going to be the same thing, hot, dry, and hazy over the next couple days, and then chances for thunderstorms for Saturday through Tuesday at least. In Ellensburg, it looks like those chances also going to be Saturday through Tuesday. Tuesday looking like it's going to be the most active day. In Hermiston, Monday looks like it'll be the best day for thunderstorms. You see, having a hard time making it to 80 by Tuesday. And then for Walla Walla, feeling very summer-like for the next 2 days, and then trending into more of that fall-like pattern for next week.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:52. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. 40-year-old Brandon O'Neill is accused of shooting a Washington State Patrol trooper in 2022, and he has pleaded guilty to attempted first-degree murder and attempting to elude police. Court records show that O'Neill had been evicted earlier that day and left a note threatening to kill or shoot police or a manager. Trooper Atkinson, who you see on your screen right there, survived the attack and has since returned to duty. A sentencing date for O'Neill has not yet been scheduled.
And a former security guard for the Kennewick School District is pleading guilty to family abandonment, unlawful harboring of a minor, and making false statements. The plea allows him to avoid prison for the more serious kidnapping charge, but he faces restrictions including no contact with children and a mental health evaluation.
And Pasco police say 42-year-old Lorenzo Ahuya Ramos was killed in a hit-and-run Friday night while crossing West Clark Street. Witnesses called for help, but he passed away at the scene. Police located the driver and vehicle. Daniel Gonzalez Salas has now been arrested for vehicular homicide.
And an update on the hunt for Travis Decker and the bones that were found during a recent FBI search at the Rock Island Campground in Leavenworth. That's the site that's tied to the deaths of Decker's 3 young girls. The bones have been confirmed as non-human. Authorities are continuing the search for Travis Decker, who still remains at large.
And tonight, YWCA Walla Walla is hosting Our Stories, Our Strength. It's a free 1-hour event. It starts at 6, and the hope is to amplify survivor voices ahead of Domestic Violence Action Month. Attendees can share stories, reflect, and access support with more programs planned throughout September.
Now to your national headlines this morning. Russian President Vladimir Putin says he's now willing to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Moscow. Putin made the offer while speaking in Beijing on Wednesday, saying President Trump personally asked him to meet with Zelensky in hopes of ending the war. Ukrainian officials dismissed a meeting in Moscow, calling it an unserious proposal. They also pointed to repeated assassination plots against Zelensky ever since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022.
5:54 in your business headlines this morning. Stocks dropped in April when the Trump administration announced tariffs, but 401ks bounced back and did well in the first half of the year. At the end of June, the average 401k reached a record high of more than $137,000, and that's up 8.4% from the $127,100 recorded at the end of the first quarter.
In your health headlines, a change in prostate cancer screening guidelines more than 10 years ago may have led to the disease being diagnosed later in many men when it's harder to treat. It showed diagnoses have been going up in recent years, especially in cases that are diagnosed at advanced stages. Experts say the recommendation change decreased routine screening. One takeaway from the report is the importance of taking a balanced approach to screening.
5:55 making headlines in science this morning. The world's largest iceberg has broken apart. Scientists from the British Antarctic Survey say the iceberg, known as A23A, is rapidly breaking up into very large chunks. Previously, it weighed roughly 1.1 trillion tons and spanned more than 1,400 square miles. So that's slightly bigger than Rhode Island, just to give you perspective on that. So now the megaberg has shrunk to about 650 square miles, which is about the size of Greater London.
Megaberg, quite the name.
Megaberg.
I like that.
Wild.
All right, trending this morning, the Powerball jackpot has now catapulted into a staggering $1.7 billion.
I thought I was going to wake up a billionaire. Didn't. Just...
It's waiting for me. I still haven't gotten a ticket.
Yeah, no winner. No one matched all 6 numbers in Wednesday's drawing, according to the Multi-State Lottery Association. Next drawing set for Saturday night.
It will be the 3rd largest jackpot in U.S. lottery history. Your odds of winning are about 1 in 292.2 million. So
you're telling me there's a chance.
Gonna try. Glass half full. We're still gonna try. It's waiting for me because I haven't gotten one yet. I keep saying I'm going to get it. So, yeah. This could be it.
This could be it.
Yeah. And then, like, you won't see any of us because I'm taking y'all with me.
Yeah,
because we're going on vacation.
Let's do it. All right, so much right ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, the Walla Walla Blue Devils Stadium has a whole new look, from the turf to the stands. And now this morning, we're going to show you how these upgrades are set to boost both the game day experience and community pride.
Plus, from backyard birds to elephants, it's National Wildlife Day. Today's all about celebrating animals and protecting their habitats. And we've got tips and fun ways to get outside and enjoy nature. All the details are coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yesterday was maybe the hottest September day on record. Today could also be the hottest September day on record. It's going to feel fall-like next week. There are thunderstorms, there are fires, there's haze. There's everything in the forecast. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.
It's a lot to unpack.
Everything's going on.